Is anyone else so neurotic about their mat? Like, if I wasn't on a wood floor with planks, I wouldn't be so neurotic, but when I can see the lines, if it's off, and it's almost like if it's off by just like a little bit, it's worse than a lot. I don't know why, but anyway. I'm trying to think of how I want to start since we're going to work some shoulders, but if you have blocks, I think this is what we're going to do. Get your blocks and then put them up on like the medium height, and then put your hands on said blocks. I'm Maeve. This is a vinyasa flow. We're gonna have a little shoulder focus today with some other fun stuff. And we're just starting with this shoulder retraction and protraction. So very much exaggerated using the blocks. I mean, it doesn't mean that the protraction, retraction is exaggerated. I just feel like this kind of helps you to have something to push against where you're not totally parallel to the floor with your torso. Just move here a few times. I'm going to try to give you like another view here in case you're not sure what I'm actually doing in the shoulders. I'm spreading them and then I'm drawing them closer to each other. Spreading them on the back of my body, I should be clear about that, and then I'm drawing them toward each other on the back of my body. Good. And if I were up even higher, it would be like this. Come into protraction, that's the spread. Take the blocks a little forward. Keep that, and then start to sink the hips back. And then adjust the position as needed. Keep pressing your hands down into the blocks. And then rise through cat's pose. We still have these blocks. And slide the right hand toward the left hand a little bit, or the right block toward the left block a little bit. And then bring the right foot forward. Yeah, beautiful. Engage your left glutes a bit. Make sure your left knee feels happy. And if it feels okay, pull your left foot toward your hips. Reach back with the right hand. Watch my right shoulder. Roll it open. Take the foot. I've got this crazy shadow today, I think because it's so cloudy out. I can't get my lighting very good. It's like I have somebody with me practicing. My twin over there. Did you play with your shadow when you were a kid? You don't have to answer me because you'd have to come out of this position, unmute yourself and tell me. But like, that was like something I really liked doing when I was a kid, was like playing with your shadow. That sort of sounds sad and isolated, but I grew up in Vermont on a farm. I didn't really have a lot of friends until I went to kindergarten. My brothers didn't want to play with me because I was little. It's a therapy session. They played with me. I have the best brothers. They were ruthless sometimes, though. If you have older brothers, older siblings, they were tough. Hence the shadow play. Bring your hand around, straighten your front leg, shift your hips back. So I'm keeping everything with blocks, making the assumption you have them. I know that not everyone does, and it's so fine. You're just using the ground if you don't have blocks. One more breath here. And then soften this front leg just enough that you can bring it behind. Bring your left forearm down, your right forearm down, and then just pause here. Push down, extend this right leg back more. Pull the heart forward, front ribs in. And then knee down, stretch back. Roll up through cat's pose. Take your left foot outside of your left hand. You can bring the blocks in a little bit. Engage this right glute. Good, lengthen to the spine. And then if it feels good, you can bend the back leg. Roll the left shoulder open, reach back for that foot. And then open a bit here. Don't ignore the right shoulder, the right hand. Push down. If you have the foot, carefully, with control, release it. Bring the left hand around, straighten your front leg, and shift your hips back. Okay. And you can always make little mini adjustments in these postures however you need to, so that you feel really centered, stable, safe. Sometimes I like to move my hips a little back and forth here, and then I just feel a different connection to this hamstring. Soften the front knee just enough that you can kind of shift to take that left leg back. Your right forearm comes down. Your left forearm comes down. Just extend the right leg back. Push the ground away. So notice if you're collapsing here, lift the front rib cage, lift the belly. Pin the right hip in. I pinned my right hip in so vigorously I almost fell off the left block. Release your knee down. Come to your hands. Take your blocks off to the side and palm the floor. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog, please. Give more energy into your hands, more strength to your arms. Drop your ears between your arms. The crown of your head, the top of your ears stretches toward your thumbs gently. Allow your heels to get heavy. And then bend your right knee. Turn your left heel to the middle of the mat, like if you were in Warrior One, and then send your hips back even more. Come back through center. Drop your right heel to the center of your mat, like you're in Warrior One, and bend your left knee, and then send your hips back. Come back through center and arrive back in downward facing dog. Give all of your fingertips a little more energy, a little more juice, like really connect down. And that might start to feel like your palms get lighter. It might not. Really use those fingertips. So there's a lot of ways to be here. You can play with your hands. You can have your whole hand rooted, all the knuckles down. You can start to feel that sense of like, you're not tenting, but it's almost like you're creating a tent in your hands by giving your fingertips a little more life. Notice how that feels in your wrists, in your hands. Play with these things. And then walk your feet to your hands. Inhale halfway up. Keep the space, fold down. Rise to stand, inhale. And then exhale, release your hands, bring your hands behind your hips. Lace your fingers, slide your knuckles to your sacrum, the back of your hips. Front ribs draw in gently, and then draw the elbows back. Yeah, really nice. Hi, little. Come here. Hi, bud.
We learn and grow. What we took down from the mountain.
Make your legs stronger. So you're not just resting here, right? You know that. You're working the legs. Reach the arms out wide. Turn the thumbs forward, up, back, so the palms come up, and then stretch the fingers wider. Yes. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Step your right foot back. Come into crescent. Take your right arm up to the sky. Bend the elbow. Bring your palm behind your neck or your shoulder blades if you can. You can support with your left hand. Put a bend in the right knee and engage the right hip. Take another inhale. Reach up, exhale. Release your hand to the ground. Twist to the left. Nice big opening here. Draw the feet toward each other. Breath in. Release your hand down. Plank inhale. Lower to your belly with your exhale. And then lace your hands behind your hips again. Knuckles to your sacrum. Lift your heart, draw the elbows in. This time stretch the hands back and then float the feet up. Shalabhasana with laced fingers. One more inhale. Downward facing dog with your exhale. Take a breath in. With your exhale, root your left heel. Draw your right knee to your chest. Your heel's going to lift up to bring the knee forward. And then replace that heel down. Warrior one, rise up to center. Engage the left hip, send the hands high. Release your hands behind your hips again. Lace your fingers. Inhale, heart to sky. Humble warrior, bow forward. Inhale, pull your heart forward. Sweep the arms forward. Get light in that back heel. Malasana, step that left foot forward. Sink down. This kitty. What do you think you're doing today, misters? What do you think you're doing? He's the squirmiest cat I've ever had. Watch this. He's purring and he's happy, but he's in panic mode because he's like, I'm not in control. He's like a ferret. Are you my little ferret cat? One more breath in. Forward fold, exhale. Rise to stand, inhale. Exhale, bow back down. Inhale, halfway up. Left foot steps back. Crescent, inhale. Release your hands behind your hips. Good, lace them, draw the chest open. Take a breath in, reach up. Oh, I lied. Bend your left elbow. Oh my goodness. Bend your left elbow. Keep your hand here. Supporting that elbow. Bring the hand behind. We got a bonus lace, all right? We'll just consider that a bonus lacing. I'm going to blame it on little mister for distracting me, for being so cute and distracting me. You know that's not true. I just mess up all the time. Good. Now lift up. Twist to the right. One more breath in. Release your hand down. Plank, mister. Lower down. Lace your hands behind your hips. Oh my goodness. At some point, if you haven't already, switch the lace of your fingers. Heart lifts. Knuckles stretch back toward your heels. Float your feet up. And downward facing dog. You You are so silly. You're going to root your right heel to the center of your mat, like you're coming into Warrior One, because you are, in fact, coming into Warrior One. Step that left foot forward, and then rise up. Good. Take a few breaths in Warrior One. Release your hands behind your hips. Lace your fingers. Extend the arms. Humble warrior, bow forward. Inhale, look forward, reach forward. Come into Malasana, sink the hips down, lift the heart up. One more breath in. Forward fold with your exhale. Inhale, rise to stand. This time, hands into your heart, exhale. Good. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway. Right foot steps back, exhale. Crescent, inhale. Bend your right elbow, exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hand down. Stay, inhale, twist. Release your left hand down. Plank, inhale. This time, chaturanga or the floor. Cobra or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. Root your left heel, step your right foot forward. Warrior One, rise up. So good. Release your hands behind your hips. Heart to sky, inhale. Humble warrior, bowing forward. Inhale, lengthen halfway, reach the arms forward. Come into Malasana. Take a breath in. And forward fold, exhale. Rise to stand, inhale. Open the elbows, lift the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, halfway. Left foot steps back, exhale. Crescent, inhale. Bend that left elbow, exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release your hand down. Stay here. Inhale, twist. Exhale, hands to the ground. Plank, inhale. Chaturanga or the floor. Any back bend. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left heel turns in. Right foot steps forward. Warrior One, inhale. Release your hands behind your hips, exhale. You have time. Inhale, open up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, pull the heart forward, reach the heart forward, the fingers forward. Malasana. We're creating pacing and timing in our breath. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, rise. Hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bow forward. Let me see you. Inhale, halfway. Chaturanga or plank lowering, exhale. Good. Inhale, heart to sky. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice, Gabriella, beautiful. Soft, even, steady breath. Lift your heels, inhale. Bend your knees, look at your hands. Bring your feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands to your heart, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, halfway. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale. Lift, lengthen. Exhale, down dog. Inhale to toes. Exhale, bend the knees. Look at where you're going. So look at your hands. Bring your feet to your hands. It doesn't matter if you jump it or step it, but look where you're going. Halfway inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Release your hands, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, halfway. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, open and lift. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, heels high. Exhale, knees bend, feet to hands. Halfway, breath in. Breath out and fold. Inhale, rise. Hands to your heart, exhale. Chair and hand. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway, inhale. We're going to lower to the ground. So plank and lower down, or chaturanga and lower down. Right arm out to the right. Elbow bent. I hope I'm in frame. Elbow bent. Roll onto this right side. Consider bending this left leg. And without putting on the floor, if you could just kind of stretch it back behind you. Give pressure to that right hand, the right forearm. You're not passively here, you're actively here. So you're going to end up facing the back of your mat. I don't want you to panic over that. I know you won't, my live people, but if you're new to me, this might be like, what? I'm facing the wrong direction. You're going to be fine, you're just going to listen. So you're going to start to, if you haven't bent your top leg, you're going to start to bend it. You're going to press up carefully. Bring this left leg around. Put your left foot on the ground. And then stretch your left hand for your right foot. So if you need to take a little gander over your shoulder and look, I know that's a lot, but you're here. And then maybe, this doesn't work for everyone. So I'm going to just turn myself on an angle. You don't have to change anything. If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. No big deal. You take your left tricep to your left shin, and you turn your palm behind your back, and then maybe your right hand comes from behind, and you're here. And then if it's okay, you're giving some pressure, left arm to right shin, and drawing the torso forward toward your foot. Inhale, lift up. Bring your left hand to the top of your mat. Good. Take your right arm up. You're going to pivot onto the inside of your right foot and the pinky side of your left foot. You're here in a side plank. But you've got both feet down and this left knee is in, like line with your hip. And then if you can, you're going to pick that left foot up completely. Really nice. We're going to extend the leg, fallen triangle. Really well done. Right hand's going to come down, come onto the right toes. You can adjust your feet however you need to. Sweep the left leg back. Open your hips if it feels good. And then maybe come onto the pinky side of your left foot. I'm sorry, your right foot. And get light in your left hand. And we're not putting the left leg down, or the foot down. We're just coming into like this floating wild thing. And left foot top of the mat. Whoo, Left arm on your left thigh, hand on the ground or on a block. Parshva Konasana. So good. So I've got the right arm extending long, continues this line of energy like down my body. Really nice. This is beautiful. This doesn't have to change. Maybe the right hand comes behind the back, and you push the back of your hand into your hips. And then you're pulling your elbow on the right side forward, gently, very gently. We're not worrying about a wrap right now. We're just working this shoulder. And reverse warrior, come up and back. Well done. Straighten the front leg, tip over, and then right hand to your right shin. Really nice. Block is awesome. My preference on the block would be on the back side of your left leg. Yes. Draw your feet toward each other, press them down. And then the energy that I talked about in the hands in down dog, where like you're using those fingertips and kind of cupping up. See if you can do that a little bit in your feet, using your heels, your toes, the ball of the foot to kind of draw the arches up gently. One more breath here. Soften the front knee. I'm going to try to keep my left hand on my left shin. This is hard for me to find my balance here. We're coming into half moon. I'm going to pop my right foot in a little closer to give myself a little advantage here. Pushing my hand into my shin like crazy. I'm going to tip forward and then lift up. Like floating my hand completely up is, for me, significantly easier than making this connection here. My ankle gets like crazy here. I'm just rolling all over the place. My arch is working like crazy. Good, and then possibly bend the top leg. I'm hitting the wall. And then maybe find your foot with your top hand. Gently into chair. Ooh, well done. Take a breath in. Forward fold with your exhale. Inhale, lengthen. We're going to make our way to our belly. So however you would like to get there, you're going to get there. And your left arm is going to come out to the left with a bent elbow, 90 degrees. Roll to your left side. Push into that left forearm, the hand. Good. And then if it feels good, this right leg's going to float up, but we're not putting it on the ground if it's okay. Check in with your breath. So there's a lot of ways to make this transition. If you need to slide your left hand closer to your left shoulder, you will. If you need to come out of this a little bit, you will. Just be really mindful of how you move here. You're going to push into this right hand. You're going to rise up. Your right foot comes to the ground. Your knee is bent. And you come forward. Good. So you're at the back of your mat. Right hand reaches for your left foot. Good. This is perfect. This does not need to change. If you want, you bring your upper arm on the right arm to the shin, and the left arm comes behind your back. And you get this wrap, this bind. And then if it feels good, you press your upper arm into that shin. You start to move the chest forward. My right sitting bone is off the ground. It's totally fine. Don't force it down. If it's down, great. If it's not, great. Inhale, lengthen up. Release the arms. Bring the right hand around. Pinky side of the right foot pushes down. My right knee is bent. Left leg is straight. The inner foot is pressing down. See if you can float that right leg up, that foot up. And then extend the right leg. And fallen triangle, opening up. Release the left hand down. Sweep the right leg up and back. Open up the hips if it feels good. Get light in this right hand. Start to pivot to the pinky side of your left foot. And then floating that right leg up, opening into like a floating wild thing. Oh, I put my foot down. My float, it like left me for a moment, left me for another moment. It's okay. Whew. Right foot. Top of the mat. Side angle. Block, no block. Arm on your shin, on your thigh rather, or forearm and lower leg pressing into each other. Line of energy. Left hand through the arm, through the spine, through that leg. Stay here or turn that left palm to the back of your mat. Bring the hand behind your back. Press the back of the hand into the back of your hips, and then elbow moves toward the front side of your body, gently. You're the one I can't deny. Keep this arm if you can. Reverse. You can slide the hand if you'd like. You're not passive in this left arm. It's working. See my people singing all my songs. Straighten the front leg. Triangle. It's been a while, but I could still be gone. I'm on. It happens in a minute. Happens in a minute. It happens in a minute. Happens in a minute. Good. We're going to transition to half moon. I'm going to slide my hand up to my shin. I'm going to pop this back foot in a little closer. Press and lift. And you'll find the version that works for you today. And then possibly bending that top leg. And then finding your foot. I've been waiting for this moment long enough. I even forgot there's people waiting for more. It happens in a minute, happens in a minute. I actually did the wrong hand, but that's okay. Come into chair. Whatever. It felt really good. Take another breath in. It happens in Forward fold, exhale. Come halfway, inhale. Again, make your way down onto your belly. Roll to the right side. And then press and lift. We're gonna go through it again. Left hand reaches for your right foot. Maybe wrap this. Breath in. Go a little deeper if it's there for you. Rise up. Turn to the left. Push into the left hand. Lift up into Vashisthasana. Kick that left leg open. Fallen triangle. Release the right hand down. Sweep the left leg back. Open the hips if you want. Stay there, or any version of wild thing. I'm going to continue to try to float this side. Left foot top of the mat. Side angle. Half wrap or full wrap if you'd like. Stay and breathe. Beautiful. Straighten the front leg, triangle. Wrapped or not, doesn't matter to me. You know how we went through this the first time. All the same options are there. Soften the front knee. I'm gonna pop this back foot in a little closer because this is a real hard version for me. Bound half moon. Woo. Chair. Inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale for length. Make your way to your belly. Left elbow out to the side. Roll open, push, push, push. Rise up. Yes. Right hand reaches for that left foot. Maybe wrap this. Breath in. Maybe deeper exhale. Inhale, rise up, turn to your right. Right hand pushes, pick up that right foot, and then fallen triangle. Left hand comes around. Sweep the right leg up. Wild thing if you like or not. Right foot top of the mat. Side angle. Wrap it if you want. Stay here, breathe. And then inhale, straighten the front leg, triangle. Bound or not. Soften the front knee. Pop the back foot in a little closer. And then half moon. When you're ready, chair. I just want to go on the record that last year, about a year ago, give or take like a day, 3, 5, I said that I was going to do bound half moon because it's my hard, like it's a hard pose for me. Yes, yes. Celebrate your little victories. I want to share it with you. Like, I did it, yes. With some confidence. It's hard for me still, but I did it. Sink down, sink down, sink down. This thing called practice, it actually works. I mean, there's some things that I'll never do, but like things like bound half moon where like I have the mobility, I have the strength. I just had to practice it. You are a happy baby sitting down. Pull your chest open. So pull against your feet. Consider pressing the legs to straighten. Bend your left leg, bring your left foot toward your right sitting bone, and then bend your right knee and bring your foot to the outside of your left thigh. We're going to turn to the right. Good. This is perfect. This does not have to change. I used to love this version of what I'm about to do, and it doesn't feel great on me anymore, but I'm going to try it for today just because why not? I'm gonna take my left arm through this space, this triangle of my right leg. And I'm gonna take my right arm and bring it behind and find this wrap here. Yeah, it feels all right today. Keep pushing into your feet, especially this left foot. And then if you want, get light in the right and extend it out. Feels pretty good today, actually. I think it's important to revisit things that we sometimes give up because they didn't feel good at some point in time. And they might still not feel good, and then you're like, yeah, now I tasted the olives again. That's how I discovered I liked olives when I was, I don't know, my 20s. I kept tasting them. I was like, I know I'm gonna like these eventually. It took a while, and then I did. Good, bring the foot down if you have it. Release the arms carefully. Okay, I'm just gonna turn. You don't need to change where you are. I'm gonna turn just so you can see Gomakasana legs. Okay, I'm gonna turn back now. Right leg is on top, left leg is on bottom. Give yourself a few breaths here. This might not work, no matter how much you practice it. This is not for everyone. Left arm up, and then left elbow bends. Maybe right hand behind the back. You can use a strap here. If your hands don't come together, who cares? Like, who cares? But they might come together. And if they do come together, pull them away from each other. If you're using a strap, pull them away from each other. If they're not together and you're just working the arms up and down your back, then you're reaching them toward each other. So two different energies, same end product. Maybe tip forward. Inhale, rise up. Arms stretch back up. Lean back just a little bit. Release your legs. Find your center. Pick up your feet. Come back into this happy baby seated. Consider straightening the legs. Use this connection to broaden your chest more, to lift up a little higher. What a funny feeling when you're pushed around. And then bend your right leg. Bring it toward your left sitting bone. Bend your left leg, bring it over to the outside, and then twist here. Nice. This is perfect. This is like my preferred version of the pose. There's a lot of different ways to be here. You'll find the one that works for you. And for today, if you want, and all this sort of shoulder work we're doing, if you want to take this right hand through the leg, and then the left arm comes behind your back. And you can do this with a strap as well. Actually, we stayed here for a few breaths before we straighten the leg. So, enjoy. Stay there, or if you want, left leg lifts up. Keep pushing into this right foot. You've got to like ground yourself down. Lift your heart, everyone. And then bring the leg back in. Unravel. Gomakasana legs. Your left is on top this time. So good. And then right arm up if you want. Bend the elbow. Maybe left arm up the back. Press the pinky sides of your feet down. Back of the head gently presses into that upper arm, that right arm, the arm on top. Not necessarily the upper arm of the right arm, but the arm on top. Maybe come forward. And now rise up. Slowly, carefully, release those arms. So good. Release the legs. Come through center. Center yourself. And then lift your feet, your knees, Navasana. Lift your heart. Bend your left foot in toward the right. Cross in front with the right. Take the arms out wide.
We watch the stars.
Right arm under, left arm on top. Eagle arms.
One by one.
Come forward if it feels good. If you want, you can also have these legs in double pigeon, but the legs, I don't want to say they're not as important. They are just as important. But I want you to feel rooted more than feeling like you can't come forward. I want you to have that freedom to come forward. Rise back up, inhale. Drop the hands to your left, right ear to your right shoulder. Good things go. Press the palms together. To those who learn to wait. Maybe drop the chin toward the shoulder. Wait for the sun to fall into. Lift the chin, come back up, bring the arms up, unravel the arms. Pause. Switch the legs. Left arm under, right arm on top. Breath in. Reach the elbows forward, and maybe that draws you forward. Doesn't have to be far. We watch the stars come out. One by one. We watch the stars. Inhale, rise up. Hands go toward the right. We watch the stars. Left ear toward your shoulder. Take care here. Blossom above. Blossom above. Maybe the chin toward the shoulder. Blossom above. Blossom above. Lift the chin. Rise back up. Hands come back up. And then open up. Pause. And release the hands to your thighs, knees, pause. I want you to notice how you feel right now and just using that sensation to decide where we're going to go next or where you're going to go next. So forearm balance, headstand, handstand, legs up the wall, block under your hips and legs up. One of those, two of those. We've got about a minute and a half to kind of play here. We've done a lot of shoulder work. If you're comfortable in shoulder stand, by all means, go there. And we still have a little bit more of it, but we've done a lot of work that opens you up, so you might feel that you've got more space to create
create a nice, broad, strong foundation in any one of those inversions. Use the wall if you feel like you need it. Breathe.
I swam across, I jumped across for you. Oh, what a thing to do. 'Cause you are your skin.
Last few moments here. So good. Yeah. Beautiful. And when you're ready, if you're in a headstand, child's pose. If you're in a shoulder stand, come down through plow. Bend your knees. Roll down. And fish pose, pushing your elbows down, lifting your heart, your head, and bringing the head down. If you took a forearm balance, I like child's pose out of that as well. Come out of fish, push the elbows down, release down, and then everyone in the next few breaths come onto your back. I'm just gonna wait here for you. You're gonna bend your knees. Press your feet down. Keep your legs long. We're not going into a classical bridge pose. Lace your hands behind your hips and then wriggle your shoulders under your body as much as you can. Then unlace your hands. Bring your hips back down. Kind of sit on your hands a little bit and feel the fronts of your shoulders open back. One more inhale here. Good. Slide your heels in a little bit. Press down, release. Turn the palms open. You're not quite done, I promise. You've got a smidge more, but just give yourself this little moment here. Feel the blood flow of your body, your breath. And then just slide your feet in toward your hips. Breath in, breath out. Take your right foot and just slide it through the triangle of your left leg. Find your right foot with your left hand. And then just kind of press the foot into the hand. Pick up your right hip. So pick up your butt, turn onto the outside of the right hip, and then bring your left knee across. Keep pressing that right foot into your left hand. Of course, if this doesn't work, just find a twist that you like. Bring your left foot back around. Release that right foot and then slide the right leg out. Pause. Take your left leg, kind of sneak it through that triangle.
Find your left foot with your right hand. Push the foot down and into the hand. Lift your hips up. Put your left hip down. And then bring your right knee across. Right shoulder heavy, rooting down. Bring the right foot back around, press down, release the foot, lift that leg back through, and Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. As you're ready, release your legs out straight. If you prefer to stay right there, do so. Hands release at your sides. Arms release at your sides. Eyes quiet. Breath easy. Body heavy. Reach your arms overhead. Stretch your feet away from your hands. If your back wants to arch, let it do so. And simply bend your knees. Roll to your right side. Press up to sitting. Sit comfortably. Feel how you feel. Hands to heart in prayer. Breath in. Bow your mind to your heart. Rise up, inhale.